What's up guys, this is TCG Sam here, and in today's video I got a dual replay of the budget trap Shaddoll deck that I recently profiled. So yeah, without any further ado, let's get straight into it. Of course, if you haven't already, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, because it really helps keep me motivated to keep posting more videos like this. But yeah, we win the die roll, and we get to go first. Our opening hand is Dragon, Strike, Mathematician, Foolish Barrel, Hedgehog. Our opponent has Eldritch, Droll, Dark Magician, Super Poly, Dogma, Punishment. So he's on Eldritch, Dogmatica, possibly Invoked, plus the Dragoon package. And of course, we're playing the budget Shaddolls. So starting off here, a cute way to get to what's it called? A fusion spell turn 1 is Effect of Squamata, send Resh. So this is another argument to be playing 2 Resh, because if you have to use it in situations like this where I send Wendy, set Hedgehog, and then I'm forced to use Resh effect to flip up Hedgehog. Hedgehog effect is going to search for El Shaddoll fusion. So like yeah, see, now that I lose my Resh, I do lose part of my grind game. So there is an argument to be playing 2. But I thought the benefits of grabbing an El Shaddoll fusion could just completely outweigh whatever. So yeah, he drills on Resolution, which does absolutely nothing. I link it with a Mathematician to an Artemis, and the reason for that is in case I need to make a construct on my opponent's turn to send like Aerial, or if my opponent does nothing, then I can make a construct anyways. Obviously, I'm not going to do anything right now because I used the Hedgehog effects already. Plus, it gives me the chance to use Dragon on my opponent's turn. So my opponent draws Invocation for turn. His hand, as you can see, obviously is not very good. So he uses Golden Lord, targets my El Shaddoll fusion. I chain it, that's fine. I decide to make a construct. So I send Aerial to banish his Invocation and his Golden Lord. Hedgehog's gonna add Squamata. Construct sends Aerial. Aerial effect's gonna banish the cards out of his grave. I think instead of Squamata, I definitely should have added Wendy, because I already have all these darks in my hand. If I add Wendy, then I'd be able to make an app clone instead of just only being able to make a Winda. I banished all the cards from his graveyard because I didn't want a Wind Monster for his Raijin. He sets Punishment, passes. We draw for turn, draw a Beast, so not great. If this is a Call by the Grave, we would be in such a bad spot here because I got a little greedy and went for Gravity Controller. I feel like this was right though to add back El Shaddoll Fusion. Then I enter Battle Phase, attack for 1000. This was also a misplay. I should have just swung with Construct if this is what I was going to do, because I was going to Tribute Summon over the Gravity Controller, set 1 and pass. My opponent draws Bell for turn and just scoops it up. So he bricked. A little unfortunate on his part, but anyways, going into the next game, I'm forced to go second. And going first, his opening hand is Invocation, Meltdown, Fleur, a Sanguine, and Ash. I have El Shaddoll Fusion, Heavy Storm Duster, Super Poly, L, and Cosmic. My hand's pretty bad, and his hand's quite a bit better. Adds Alistair, Normal's Alistair, Effect of Alistair, Search Invocation, and then he makes Almirage. And then after Almirage, he drops the Fleur. Fleur effect is going to summon itself, so he's going to make an Anaconda. And then he makes a Mechaba after. Grabs back Alistair, activates Anaconda, makes a Dragoon. Shouldn't be in this zone, should definitely be in the zone to play around Geonator Transverser, which I do not play, but it's definitely something you guys can play, because this is very, very budget-friendly card. It can heavily punish your opponent if you steal something like Dragoon. Then he sets a Sanguine to top it off. Drawing for turn, I draw Squamata, which is not bad. My opponent starts by shotgunning Sanguine, which I found interesting. Next, from here, I feel like I have to get rid of the Dragoon, or else I guarantee die next turn, because Dragoon's just gonna pop all this whatever I have. So I feel like I have to Super Poly away his Dragoon plus his Anaconda to make a Starving Venom. Here, I was thinking maybe I should have Starving Venom effect to like gain the attack of Mechaba, but I think that's just incorrect because he would just negate banish it, and then I don't get its effective pop, because now this way if I go Battle Phase, swing into Mechaba and he Alistairs, that's completely fine. My Starving Venom dies, but I get its effect to wipe his whole board. In the main phase 2, I just set my Heavy Storm Duster and my Cosmic. Drawing for turn, he draws Summon Limit. He activates Sanguine effect setting Hokuro, and here's where I misplay a little. I just set to Cosmic, but like it was very, very hasty because I knew he was gonna use Eldritch to send it and grab it back. But what I should have done is just Heavy Storm Duster both of these, because I forgot that Eldritch can just send Meltdown and Special Summon it back too for more damage. And the whole point of this play was just to prevent Eldritch from coming out. Yeah, Hawkwero's going to get an effect during the end phase, but I can just Cosmic Cyclone it then. And then I just be in a much better spot, because he guaranteed be out of, spells and traps anyways. Because here the problem was that I banished it. I totally forgot that Meltdown was the thing. And of course he had Invocation too, so that was the follow-up. Invocation, just gonna grab back Alistair. And now he threatens game if he resolves Eldritch, so I'm forced to use it on Storm Duster on that, but like he just has Alistair to grab Invocation. So yeah, as you see, even if he had Alistair, then set Invocation, I could Cosmic that then. And then, yeah, he had the Summon Lamp, so I was losing anyways, but like that was still the correct play to do. I definitely did not make the right play. But going into game 3, I choose to go first. Our opening hand is Cosmic, Hedgehog, El Shaddoll, Schism, and Dragon. My opponent has Ecclesia, Alistair, Meltdown, Droplets, Red Eyes Fusion, so both their hands are pretty nice. I start off by normal summoning Dragon, turning that into a Artemis, and activating El Shaddoll Fusion. I would never do this if I had Shaddoll Fusion, because I would just lose to a Ash Blossom, but the fact that I have El Shaddoll Fusion can't really negate it, and I get a Construct set up turn 1. Plus, I get stuff in the grave for Schism, so I figured even if he has something like Imperm or Veiler, I still have a Schism, and like Hedgehog's adding me a Skomata, and I can just turn this into a Gravity Controller and have a double window on my opponent's turn, which is pretty nice. I add a Skomata, Construct dumps Wendy. Wendy's gonna set Aerial. I set Aerial up so I can use it as fusion material on my opponent's turn with the El Shaddoll Fusion. And then next I use Gravity Controller, Construct adds L, and I set 3 cards. Pass it over to him, draws Ash for turn, a little unfortunate. He starts with Meltdown. I decide to Cosmic, because I feel like, I just feel like it's best to Cosmic him here to hopefully cut off access to his Invoked Engine, because if he's only playing Eldritch cards, that gives me a turn of free reign. But then he just activates Red Eyes Fusion next, which I was just like, wow, okay. That just put me in a pretty tough spot. I was thinking if I should shotgun the fusion, but my only hope really was him negating El Shaddoll Fusion, and then I could use Schism after to send the Dragoon. So he makes the Dragoon. I think, yeah, he uses Dragoon, pops my Aerial. I think I should have just used like El Shaddoll on his summon to like hopefully force it out, because that's what I was gonna do anyways. So yeah, I was gonna chain El Shaddoll, and he negated it with Dragoon, so that resolves. Pops my Aerial. I lose 1,000 Aerial effect, banishing 3 cards from his graveyard, and then before he uses effect to destroy a Gravity Controller, activate Shaddoll Schism. Shaddoll Schism effect, banishing 2 from my graveyard to summon a Winda, and then Schism just gonna send Dragoon, and yeah. He's just forced to set Droplet past turn. Draw for turn, we draw Resh. It's pretty nice. And going into the main phase, here I get a little greedy once again to try to push for more advantage. So I make a cross sheep using these 2. And then Winda effect's gonna add back El Shaddoll Fusion. And then I activate Shaddoll Schism. This card is just so incredible. If you guys are playing Shaddolls, you absolutely must have this in your deck. I summon Construct, and then 1 Construct, 2 Cross Sheep. Cross Sheep brings back a Dragon for pushing for more damage this turn, because I'm planning to keep it on the board during the next turn, so I can bring back Aerial. So that's another thing about Cross Sheep. You want to keep it on the board to maintain advantage. So like you guys can see here, I could have definitely just made a Unicorn and attempted to shuffle this back, but like it's just honestly, I don't think it was that good. I definitely would rather have this like advantage on the board through Cross Sheep. That could just generate me advantage every single turn. We go Battle Phase, swing with a Cross Sheep Dragon. I can't attack directly because Construct will summon off Schism. And then I just set Resh, set L, and pass. He draws L land for turn. Starts with Droplets. I absolutely do not know why he did this. This makes 0 sense to me. And like even after the game, I still cannot like fathom why he did this. Sends the Ash. I'm like, sure, that's okay. Activates Eldland. On the activation of Eldland, I'm gonna use Shaddoll Schism, banishing 2 to make an App Clone, and then App Clone, Chainlink 1, Cross Sheep, Chainlink 2, bringing back the aerial, negating the Eldland, and here he has Alistair, which is actually kind of scary because he has access to a card like Invoked Purgatrio. And if he makes Purgatrio, like this whole board is gone, and I didn't do the math like on the spot, but I was pretty sure I was dead. But thankfully, we have multiple fusion spells here, but what we can do is activate El Shaddoll Fusion, getting rid of the aerial, not the construct because we have to get rid of a dark, aerial and Apollo, making a window, so that locks them under one special summon, and then the aerial is going to banish the fires out of the graveyard. Add a Shaddoll Fusion and discard Squamata just in case, banishing the stuff from his graveyard, and he just loses a duel because he can't really do anything. I only have Dark and Waters in my graveyard, and he's locked under one special summon, so there is really not much he could do there. But yeah, that's it for this duel, guys. Hopefully it was able to show you guys that even with a budget deck, we're still able to compete with like a top meta. I would say this is one of the top meta runners. Like Invoke, Dogmatica, Eldritch, like a very consistent deck, normally very powerful, but we were still able to compete with them. Like, and you can see our board here is actually pretty insane. We have Resh, Schism, like multiple fusions, Cross Sheep, and like Beast Set. Like it's just actually incredible. Our game state here was so nice. But yeah. That's going to do it for me, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching.